Good evening everyone, this is Robert Jamieson and welcome to our online chess lesson for Thursday the 29th of November. I have with me Haran. Say hello, Haran.
Hi.
How are you today?
Good.
Boiling hot, I imagine. In Melbourne it's 38 degrees or something shocking, but probably good weather for chess. Now, I put your figures up there, Haran. So how old are you?
10.
10, and you go to Sindor South?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Looks like you're playing heaps of tournaments, which is really good there. Look at all those events. Your rating is going up slowly, but continually going up. The last sort of 8 tournaments or so you've gone up. So that's good. So we'll see what we can do tonight and have a look at a couple of your games. Okay, now firstly we have the end game puzzle though. So some of you have had a go at it. Evan thinks it's even. Benji thinks white's better. Heath thinks black's better. Elijah likes black, so it's a bit all over the shop. So what do you think, Haran?
Black's better.
Black's better. So why do you like black?
Because it's got extra pawns on the king's side.
Oh, white's got extra pawns on the queen's side though, or a black's pawn's better for some reason?
Yeah, because the b5 pawn's holding on c4.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is actually an end game between William and Xylin Yu from the final of the RJ Shield on Sunday. So William had black. So guess what William did in this position? Any idea?
No.
He said, "Would you like a draw?" And you know what his opponent said?
No.
He said, "Yes, please." So for some reason that I don't quite understand, they agreed to a draw. So the interesting question is it a draw, or was William winning or losing? Did he make a mistake? Right, so it's a king and pawn ending. So if we're trying to win a king and pawn ending, what sort of thing do we have to try and do? What's going to win the game for us?
Pass pawns.
Pass pawn. If we can get a pass pawn and our pawn's faster than the opponent's pawn, that's how we're going to win. So the reason you probably like black is because, as you said, his 2 pawns on the queen's side are sort of holding white's 3. So whether black can get an outside pass pawn on the king's side, that's the question. So what first move would you like to do for black, Haran? What do you think?
G6.
G6? Okay. Probably not too aggressive. G5 is the interesting one that William perhaps should have done. Now it looks like that could be a boo-boo because white takes, and what do you think white could do now? White got a good chance to do something interesting?
H4.
Yeah, surely white can do H4, and who's going to get the outside pass pawn first?
White.
Looks like white does. So maybe William did the right thing in accepting a draw because it looks like white's getting outside pass pawn. So if you were black in this position, guys, type it on the question what move you think William should play for black. Because William has a sneaky move. Oliver's got the right answer. Evan's got the right answer. Heath's got the right, yep, Daniel. So you've all seen it. So William could have played the tricky F4. So now he's getting a pawn as well. So takes, and William's pawn's going to queen first. So the kings have to come across to stop the pawns. So we have a big king race like this. Now, who do you reckon's got the outside pass pawn now?
Black.
Black, because our 2 pawns are still holding his 3. So if we both run back, now William's got the outside pawn. What's the good thing about having an outside pawn?
You can push it to the end.
But his king can stop it, can't it?
You could use it as a decoy and take all the other pawns.
Yeah, we'll use it as a decoy. So poor old white, his king's got to come up here to stop the pawn, and then in the meantime, William will go gobble, and then he'll run across here, gobble, gobble, and he'll win over there because his king's closer. So that was a good example of not agreeing to a draw too early, because William could have perhaps played on and maybe gotten the win. All right, so let's have a look at some of your games. You've got quite a few there. The one I thought we might look at is from the rundown against Harry Phillips. There we go, I'll just hide the moves. Okay, do you remember this game or not? It was played a little while ago. You were white against Harry?
Yeah.
All right, so let's have a look and see what happens. Okay, so you're an E4. Ah, he plays Sicilian. Not many juniors play Sicilian. So do you have an opening prepared against that, or do you know what to do?
Yeah.
Okay, so we put out our knight. He puts out our knight. Yep. Oh, wait a minute. He hasn't taken on D4. Okay. He's done a slightly unusual move. So what do you think you should do now?
Develop.
Develop. So what would be a good move to look at?
Knight C3.
Knight C3. That'd be a pretty normal sort of move. So we could play Knight C3. Okay. Any other moves you want to have a look at?
Bishop E3.
Bishop E3. Trying to win that pawn over there. Yep. Any other move you might look at?
No.
All right. Well, E6 is a bit of an unusual move. So anyone want to suggest on the questions an opportunity for white here to perhaps punish his opponent for playing E6 instead of for playing takes on D4? Yep, Heath and Evan have come up with the right idea. Now, you could perhaps push up. What do you think about that one? Now his knight will have to move again. So his knight can't come into the centre in the good squares. His knight will probably have to, so whether he goes chop, chop, then his knight might have to run back here. Maybe play here. So you like gain space and his knights have to move twice already. So that would probably be not a bad plan. So you went C3. That's okay. G6. He probably should have played D5 and transposed into the French, but never mind. Bishop C4. Okay. Tell me about Bishop C4. Why do you want to put bishop there?
To push on D5.
Okay. So next move we're going to play D5. All right. Do you need the bishop on C4, or could you just push D5 straight away?
Straight away.
So is bishop C4 a waste of time if that's your plan? Yeah, okay. And if you're going to push D5, you've got this pawn here on C3, haven't you? Whereas you probably really want that on C4. So maybe pushing D5 isn't the right plan. What's the other problem with playing bishop C4? Is it a really good square for the bishop, or what?
No.
Why isn't it a good square?
Because the A6 pawn's blocking the diagonal.
Yeah, it's not really a good diagonal, and he might be going to chase that bishop away and gain a tempo. So let's have a look and see what happened. Yep, so he went up there. So like now he's going to develop a move, and our bishop's got to move again. So we've like wasted a move with the bishop. So bishop C4 wasn't perhaps the best, but never mind. So we've still got it in a good spot now. And we're pinning his knight. All right. What should black do here, folks? Type in what you think would be a reasonable move for black. He's just got his knight pinned. Heath wants to go bishop D7. Sam wants to go A6. Anyone else have a preference? Eliza likes A6. Daniel wants to go bishop G7. Thomas wants knight F6. We've got sort of moves all over the shop here. Callum likes bishop D7. So there's 4 different moves there, Haran. Which one do you reckon black should do? Should we do bishop D7 or A6 or knight F6 or bishop G7?
Knight F6.
Knight F6, okay. Probably, I reckon the best one might be A6. Because now, if you go away, you're losing more time, and if you take, his pawn is now closer to the centre than it was before. It was on B7, it's now on C6. And also, he's now got a bit of control of the white squares. So if you look at white, so your pawns are on black squares. Your bishop's on a black square. So you're going to have trouble sort of contesting the white squares. So probably A6 would be the go. He went bishop D7. All right. You went bishop E3, so you're perhaps trying to win that pawn. Looks all right. Queen there to pin the bishop. Looks a bit funny. You just won a free pawn, haven't you?
Yeah.
Looks like a free pawn. All right, so we're going all right. Oh, castle's queenside. What do we think? Is that a good move? He's well ahead of development now, perhaps. He's got his king already castled. What do you think?
Yeah.
So you'd castle queenside for black, that's all right?
Yeah.
All right, let's have a chat with Ryan. So
Unmuted.
you there, Ryan?
Yes.
Right, castle's queenside for black. What do you think about that one?
Well, I don't think it's that bad.
So good, bad, not sure?
Not sure.
Not sure, okay. All right, well, thank you, Ryan. There's probably two
Muted.
problems with castle queenside. So one problem's about the king. Haran, can you tell me what would be a problem with the king castled on the queen side? Is it a bit open?
Yeah.
Yeah, like he hasn't got a pawn in front of him here. He's sort of a little bit open there. So if you can get your pieces out there, his king might be a bit exposed. And also, hasn't he left that pawn there? So you can just take it maybe? Might be a bit risky, but you might be winning a pawn. So castle's queenside, a little bit dodgy. So you went in, you chopped the pawn. Okay. So we're now 2 pawns ahead. So that's looking pretty good. But maybe you had a reason for sacrificing the pawn. You see a tactic for black? You've got a good attacking move here. You've got your queen out pretty early, so that's often dangerous. So think about the queen.
Bishop E6.
Bishop E6 would be a double attack on the queen, but the queen will probably run away. Any other place you could put that bishop that would be a good attack?
G4.
G4, but it's only threatening to take the knight. That'd be piece for piece. Sam's screaming out the move he wants to play. He wants to play bishop there. Oh, look at that. So now he's got a double attack on the queen and on this pawn here. And if he takes that pawn, then he's on the knight and he's on the rook. What do you think? Are you worried, or you've got all this under control and you've got a plan?
This one, I probably won't be able to castle it.
If he takes that pawn, you might be able to castle there, and your queen's attacked. So it's looking a bit scary. All right, so we're 2 pawns up, but we're being attacked here with different tactics. So what would you guys do for Haran as white? What do you think his best move should be here? I warn you, it's a bit tricky, so put your thinking cap on. Sam wants to go queen G5. Benji likes queen G5, which he reckons is really good. Thomas has put knight G5, which is probably the worst move on the planet because rook takes queen looks pretty good. Anyone else have a thought for white? Think tricky. Your queen's attacked, so you've either got to check him probably or move your queen. So we've had queen G5 as suggested. Haran, do you like that, or do you want to do something else?
It's alright. I can get attacked again.
Yeah, so like if you play queen G5, what's he going to do? Is he going to take it with a pawn or something, you think?
Yeah.
Right, now you've got to keep protecting this this pawn down here. You could move your queen down maybe to G3 or something like that, could you? Would that be safe? Because now you're attacking his bishop with check. That looks pretty safe, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right, so Queen G5, but in the game you played a different move. Let's have a look. You played Queen C4. Okay. Now that's tricky. Isn't he just going to take you on G2? Is he just going to take you there, or have you got some trick up your sleeve?
Bishop on Queen G4.
Ah, okay, so that's sneaky. So if he takes you there, you've got Queen there, check. All right, so Haran's played a tricky tactic here, folks. Do you reckon this is a good plan, and Haran's going to get material out of it, or it's a bad plan, and it's not the right idea? So type in whether you like this plan Queen C4 better than the Queen G5 thing. Benji's thinking it's good. Thomas is thinking it's good. Callum likes it. It's pretty sneaky because that check's a sort of long way side check. It's sort of hard to see. So it sounds like they're saying this is a good plan. So what happened? He took the pawn. So he's fallen for it.
Yeah.
Okay. So what move you want to make now? G4 check.
Yeah.
That's a good move, wins a piece. So you'll be a piece and a couple of pawns up or something, won't you? Yeah. Okay. Now what do you do before you make your move? What are you meant to do? Not many people do, but what are you meant to do? What do I keep whinging at players that they should do?
2 seconds.
Yep, look for 5 seconds in case there's a better move or there's a really good reply or something like that. So I'll give you your 5 seconds. And you just check whether Queen G4 has all worked out fine or there's something you missed. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They still want to do it? Is it good? Or there's something you've seen? Still go for it? Not sure?
Not sure.
Okay, well it looks good, and the way it happened in the game, he went here, you took the bishop. So that's pretty good, isn't it? You won a piece. Fantastic, but Daniel Pobb has seen something, and Sam has now seen it as well. Black has a really sneaky move. He could play queen here. What would you do then?
I'll probably take the queen.
Take the queen. So if you take the bishop, what terrible thing's happening?
Queen D1 checkmate.
Queen D1 checkmate. Ouch! Out of the blue. So, queen here, we've probably got to take it. So we take it, he takes us, then Houston we have a problem because he's got a double attack going.
Yeah.
So we might be going to drop a piece there. All right. So that was a bit of a sneaky one on his part, but he didn't see it. So lucky for us, we've won a piece. Cool. All right, so now he's trying desperately to do stuff before we make our king safe. So you decided to give him the pawn back to get your king safe, or you can, oh look, you can pin him. You could play bishop takes f2 check, but he goes for the c5 one. You chop off his knight. So why are you swapping bishop for knight there? What's the idea there?
I'm trying to trade pieces.
Yeah, because you're up on material now, so if you trade pieces, that's going to be good for you, hopefully. And his king's still pretty open. You've isolated his pawns and stuff. And you take him back here. So this is all looking great. Oh, he's desperately trying to get some sort of attack to get the pawn back. You block him. Takes. Ah, now you hit him with a sneaky queen check. He blocks. And takes. Now let's have a look. Hang on, something might have happened just back here. Let's just stay here. So he took the pawn, and you went for the queen check. All right, let's just double check that one, shall we? So we've decided we're going to play queen check. Now, we'll give 5 seconds just in case you want to change your mind or you've missed something.
96.
So hang on, wait a minute. We could maybe play knight here. That's on the queen and the rook. So pawn check is no good because the queen's attacked. So that was pretty good, doesn't it?
Yep.
Ouch. Okay. So we missed that one. So you see how handy the extra 5 seconds is?
Yep.
If you remember to do it. Anyway, so we grabbed the pawn, so we're still piece up. Oh, now he checked us. All right, what should we do now? Should we block with the rook or the queen or move the king or?
Block with the queen.
Block with the queen. Why should we block with the queen?
Because I want to trade pieces.
Yeah, we're trying to play safe, so we want to keep his queen out and swap queens. So queen there would probably be the go, but you did something a bit risky because now he's coming down here. Ouch. So he's going to win our B pawn from the look of it. All right, so you drop the queen back. He took our B pawn. So he's got a pawn for his piece and our rook's attacked. What are we going to do? Do we have to lose our rook or can we save it or what?
Lose the knight.
So what move do you think you might play?
Knight d2.
So we're thinking knight d2. So rather than lose the rook for nothing, we'll give him the horse and save our rook. Is that the idea?
Yep.
All right. So we're going to do knight d2. I'll give you the 5 seconds again, just to double check in case there's something better and you might have missed it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what do you think?
Queen f8.
Queen f8 check. So now you're looking, you want to play queen down here. So what's the good thing there? He's probably going to run away maybe there or something. You got a good follow-up?
Queen b4.
Queen b4 check. Oh, hang on, we swapped queens. But wait a minute. Is this working? I don't know what's happened here. The queen's on the funny square. He can play rook takes knight.
Yeah.
So he gets his piece back anyway. Okay. So any other move? So we looked at knight d2, we looked at queen f8.
Knight b3.
Yes, Heath is screaming knight b3, so well done Heath. So we could have just played knight b3, and so long as his rook can't do anything naughty on the open file, we're saving all our pieces. So that would have been okay. What you actually did, let's have a look. Queen, king there, knight there. Now hang on, isn't he winning your rook with check?
Yeah.
Oh dear. So now we've gone from being ahead of material, being behind on material. And he's got another check there. So we're running away. Okay, so how do you think we're going here? What's happening? Is he winning? Are you winning or?
He's winning.
He's winning. What have you got going for you though? There's something in your favour.
Attack.
Yes, you've got an attack. So it doesn't really matter how many pieces you have on the board. You've got 1, 2, 3, probably 4 active pieces, and he's only really got 2. And his king is really open. So even though he's got more material, if you can quickly do something now, you might be able to finish him off before his extra pieces can get out. So let's see what happens. He went rook there. You hit him with a check. He ran away. What should you do now? What would be your best attacking move, do you think?
Knight e6.
Knight e6, you probably go d7 maybe. Oh, the queen attack. Oh no, a good check, that'd be no good. Any other attacking moves we've got? It's hard because there's so many different moves. This is where it just gets difficult. You've got to sort of think. Probably the best one might be queen c5, because then you're threatening not only this pawn, but maybe you're threatening to get a knight into b5 check. That looks pretty powerful. I think you did a different one. You went a5 check. He ran away. You checked him again. He ran away. So you're chasing him. Now you've got a pawn and still in check. So it's looking pretty good, I reckon. King up here. Rook check. How are you going now?
Good.
Fantastic, because we've got 4 attackers and he's got 2 defenders and his king's all open. And it's mate in 1. Look at that. Apart from winning his queen. Fantastic. All right, so that was a pretty interesting game. See, he castled queenside and we weren't sure whether it was good or bad. We thought it might be a little bit open, and it turned out in the finish perhaps that cost him because his king was all open. So what did we do wrong maybe?
Lost the rook on A1.
You lost the rook on A1, that was a big boo-boo, so you missed the knight B3. And what about the queen G4 check?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he had a good response, but he missed it as well. So a couple of little tactical boo-boos, but that was a pretty good game. So well done on that one. All right, so that was our first game. Let's have a look at another one. We'll see, where are we? Where's William? I think we'll have a look at this one. Remember you played William in the Vic Youth, I think it was?
Yeah.
Yep. It was an interesting game because I was watching from the sidelines. All right, so you're black. So William's a very solid player. If you can beat William, you're doing really well. So here we go. French defense. You like the French defense?
Yeah.
Play it all the time?
Yeah.
All right, so you know a few of the opening variations. You play the winner one. Okay. Knight there. Is that the normal move or is that a different move?
Different.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's the normal move or would you play C5 or knight E7 or something. Yeah, William's attacking your knight, your bishop, and you've swapped off. You happy to lose the bishop?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you lose a bit of control of the dark squares, but what compensation have you got?
The C4 or the double pawns.
Yeah, so poor old William, he's got double pawns and he's got isolated pawns. So William's got a nice bishop maybe, but his pawns are a bit weak. So it's sort of like even Steven. So we'll see how we go. So you come up with a C5. Now, I keep raving on to you guys about getting the 2 pawns side by side. So Haran's got the lovely 2 pawns there. So he's got the flexibility of either taking, pushing past and gaining more space. So he's doing okay in the opening. Now, I'd normally say that's a bit naughty bringing your queen out early. He hasn't got any pieces. So why would he want to do that? What will be the reason, do you think?
To then attack on G7.
So why is an attack on G7 so good? Why does he want to do that?
Because it traps my rook.
So let's say you do G6 in reply. What's a little bit of a problem with that? What about you've sort of weakened all your dark squares now, and William's got the dark square bishop, so he's trying hard to get you to weaken your dark squares so his bishop can run right. So that's the reason he brought his queen out early. Not normally a good thing, but we'll see how we go. So you went there. William's putting his bishop there. Your knight's out, bishop there. All right, now your queen's coming. So which side of the board should you be playing on, do you think? Should you be playing on the king side, the queen side, or the centre?
Queen side.
Why do you choose the queen side?
Because there's an open file and I can attack it.
Yeah, so, well, there's a sort of, so there's a half open file here. Also, you've got the 2 pawns side by side there on the queen side, so that gives you play there. And you've got most of your pieces on the queen side, a bit more space. So you should be doing stuff on the queen side. And obviously William, he's got more space because he's got a pawn on the 5th, so he's got more space on the king side. He's sort of got 5 ranks and you've only got 3. So William should be attacking on the king side. All right, so let's see how we go. Oh, he's dropped back to stop you coming into B2. And now you've chased him away. So now you've got even more space on the queen side, just your black squares are getting a little bit weaker. But you can annoy his pawn. He defends. Now you're attacking his other weak pawn. So both queens are out pretty early doing all the attacking, which is a bit unusual, but in the French defence that often happens. How are you going so far? Are you happy or are you unhappy? Or?
I'm happy.
You're pretty happy. So why are you happy?
William started an attack.
Yeah, so you're doing a bit of attack on all William's weak pawns, and he hasn't really started attacking you yet. And if William started a big attack on the king side, what could you probably do if you wanted? How would you solve your problems of William attacking on the king side? Would your king run away to the queen side? You could castle queen side.
Yeah.
So even if his attack gets through, your king will be safely tucked away on the other side of the board. So things are looking all right. And now you're threatening down here on c2. So William defends with the rook. Now you annoy him again because you're now coming in, threatening to come down here and pick up the rook there. So you keep attacking him. So he has to drop the rook back. Now this is looking good. You've got a double attack on the rook and the A pawn. So his rook's really got to run away. And you want a pawn. So how are you going now?
Good.
Even better. So you're up on material.
Yeah.
All right. And is his dark squared bishop sort of wreaking havoc yet? Is that killing you, or is it still okay?
The bishop's not doing anything.
Yeah, because his bishop is sort of tied down to defending this pawn, so it can't really get in the king side yet and annoy you. All right. Now, so what does William do? Oh, look at that. What's he doing there? Why do you think he went there? It's a funny spot for a bishop.
I'm not sure.
Okay. I think he's probably doing that. He wants to vacate the E2 square so that his knight can come here, and then the knight will be defending this pawn to free up the bishop. That might be his idea. What do you guys think? Is that a good idea for William? It looks a bit funny, or what should he be doing? Suggest a move for William, other than bishop d1. Anyone got any thoughts? Evan likes knight f3, Sam likes knight f3, Bradley likes it. Anyone else have an idea? f4. Evan is now changing his mind and going for f4. Sam likes queen g3. No one's come up with the move I've thought of yet. You see any idea for white Haran? What should he be doing? So you're attacking on the queen side. He should be attacking on the king side. So the question is, how does he do an attack? How does he get his attack started? Any thoughts?
H4.
Yeah. Wouldn't he play h4? To sort of gain space and threaten h5. So wait a minute, let me just go forwards here. So arrows phone. It's not moving on. Yeah, so the normal move would be h4, and then if you get a chance, h5, and you can start opening up lines and weakening pawns and trying to get something going on the king side. So Williams probably should be doing that. So his bishop d1 stuff looks a bit slow. All right. So it's Haran to play here. So we just talked about what Williams' plan should be. What do you reckon Haran's plan should be in this position? So type in not necessarily the move, but the idea. What should he be trying to do? So I often say to you guys, apart from analysing a specific position, you should keep in mind the big picture, what you're trying to do in the big picture. So Sam's saying attack on the queen side, Evan's saying counter-attack in the centre. Benji says trying to get bishop h6. We're looking for black. We've said William should be looking at h4. What can black do? Stop white from castling. It's going to be hard to stop white from castling, Heath. No one's come up with my idea. Haran, what should you be doing? What's your plan?
To get more pieces in the attack.
More pieces. What attack? Are you attacking?
Coin side.
You're attacking the queen. He's got it pretty well defended. All those bishops and rooks. He's defended all his weak pawns. Yeah. Are you able to get one of those pawns with an attack, or is he going to be able to defend it all?
You can push the A pawn.
You could push the A pawn. Evan says push the queen side pawns. He says try to castle. Daniel says a pawn run. Let's check with Ryan. See if Ryan's got the right idea.
Unmuted.
You there, Ryan?
Yeah, I think pushing the A pawn is an idea.
Okay, so why does pushing the A pawn look good to you?
Because it's a passed pawn, and I think passed pawns need to be pushed. And then you might...
Very good. Thank you, Ryan. That is excellent. And
Muted.
Got it as well. So you play where you have the advantage. Now your advantage is on the queen side, and you've got all that extra space. And if you just look at it, if it's you to move, maybe you just put your queen here, and then you push like crazy. So that's going to take what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves. So 1 queen move, 5 pawn moves, and you're close to getting another queen. So William's only got 6 moves to do something damaging to distract you. It looks pretty hard, doesn't it, to find something for William to do to stop you doing that? Did you think of that in the game, pushing the A pawn?
Later.
Later. All right, so we'll see how we went. So you decided to move the knight across. Maybe you're planning to castle queen side or something. William moves his knight. Now you're pushing. William castles. Now you're pushing. William's finally doing something on the king side. He cleared the way, so it still looks like you're coming with the right plan. There's only one little problem. What's the problem? What, has white got a threat? Why did he play bishop e2?
To make the rooks connecting.
Yep, and next move is now threatening rook there. And if he gets the rook there, he's got a double attack on your queen and knight. When the queen moves, we can zap your knight. Okay, so your queen's sort of in a little bit of an awkward spot. So you ran away, and now his rook can come on the file. So he's chased you back a little bit, and he's able to stop your pass pawn now that his rook's connected. So he's probably achieved a little bit. And now, now that he's freed his bishop's starting to get in. What do you think? He's still going okay?
Yeah.
How's William going? Is he going better than he was?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting pretty close now because you've got an attack on the queen side, William's got an attack on the king side. So you chased his queen away, and his queen went there with a double attack on the knight. So William's at long last trying to exploit something on those dark squares. All right, now big question for you guys. Haran's knight's under a double attack. He can't really defend it, so he has to move it. So it's got to either go to f5 or it's got to go to g8. So it's going here or it's going here. So have a little think and decide where you'd like to move it. Do you want to go to f5 or go to g8? And type it on the question which way you go. So Sam and Oliver like f5. Eliza likes f5. Bradley likes g8. Benji likes f5. Eliza likes g8. f5 is winning. Evan likes g8. Oh, g8 is catching up. g8, g8. Oh, okay. Pretty even. What do you think, Haran? Which one do you like?
F5.
F5. All right, we'll find a G8 person. Bradley said G8. You there, Brad? Hello, Bradley. No, Scared him away. All right, we'll try Evan. Hello, Evan.
Hello.
You like G8. Tell us about G8. Why do you prefer that to F5?
I don't like F5 because the knights could trade off and he could get an attack going if you take with the E or G pawn.
Right, so you'd think that'd be opening it up a bit for white to attack if he went to F5. Is that basically what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yep, all right. Okay, thank you very much, Evan. So what do you think? Does he put you off, or you still want F5 because that's a more aggressive square, and on G8 it's all tucked away in the corner?
I think G8 better because if you do F5, you can win the knight on B6.
Ah, all right, so let's stop there. So hang on. We'll have a look at what happened. So you actually went to F5. Now, white played knight takes knight, so he's obviously trying to open up for the attack. You recaptured with that. Now guys, what should William play here? White to play. What move should William play, do you think? Heath's come up with a good move. Oliver's agreed. Evans come up with a good move. Sam likes bishop f6. Eliza likes bishop e7. Anyone else want to have a go? We've got 3 people with the right move so far. Yavani's come up with the right move. All right, this was funny because I was watching this and what William played probably doesn't, the first move doesn't matter. He went there and Haran obviously saved the rook, but William's next move was pawn up and Haran. So tell everyone around, what should he have done?
Bishop D8.
Yeah, he missed a killer chance, bishop D8. So now he's threatening mate here on E7 and he's also got a double attack on the knight. So it would have won a piece for nothing and probably the game for William. So one move tactic, he missed it. So that was fortunate for Haran. But he played a strange move to open it up. So we'll see what happens here. We just chopped him. Now he's trying to get his queen in. But you still have your runner, so it's getting exciting. Oh, he's won a pawn over there, but it's a pretty relevant pawn. You bring in the knight in here, attacking the c3 pawn. You've got that aggressive A pawn. William doesn't seem to be threatening much at the moment. So he drops his queen back to defend c3. What do you reckon you should do here?
Knight takes C3.
And why do you like that? You'll get his bishop and he'll get your knight. Is that a good trade?
Yeah.
Right. Then he'll have total control of the black squares and your bishop is sort of sitting on e6 like a big pawn. It's not a real good piece, that one. What you could do, sneaky move, what about playing f4? Did you have to think about f4?
No.
Trying to lure his queen away from protecting c3, that would have been sneaky. But he went for the swap, so I'm not sure that's so hot because your bishop's not much use and his bishop's pretty good. But you've still got your A pawn. So you've tied up one of his rooks, so the game's in the balance. Now you're playing f4. What do you think? Is that a good idea? What's your idea? You've got a bit of an attack going on the king's side now.
Yeah.
Should you be attacking on the king's side?
No.
Probably not. You should be doing stuff on the queen's side where you've got them all tied down. So whether you make the king safe, I don't know, maybe you could play king d7 to connect your rooks. Well, I can't really see how William's going to improve his position much because that A pawn's a bit of a killer. Anyway, we'll see what happened. So you attacked his queen, you took the pawn, you attacked his queen again. What's the problem with that move? Has William got something he can do now that he couldn't do before? You've sort of opened up the king a little bit. So the queen's coming in, blocked with a queen, and they lost another pawn, but there's a little bit of a problem because our king and our queen are on the same line. And our bishop's sort of out there whistling Dixie. So you went there, and he played rook there. Ouch. How are you feeling now? You're in a bit of trouble?
Yeah.
All right, we're in trouble, folks. We need your help. What can Haran do? Can he do something to stay in the game, or are you just going to lose a queen for a rook and it's all over? What should black play here, do you think? Some chance to keep him in the game. Sam likes queen e1. Heath likes queen e1. Callum wants to take on g2 with a rook. Anyone else want to have a go? We've got 2 for queen e1 so far. Elijah likes g2. Sam likes, what do you want to play? Haran, what do you think?
That's g2.
Yeah, so probably rook takes g2 would be the go. You'd have to go in the corner. So you've got a pawn with check, but you're still losing your queen, actually. What can you do? So it's your go now. Is there a way you can sort of keep in the game?
Rook g4.
Yeah, what about rook g4? Now this is pretty sneaky. So like he takes your queen, you take. Now you've got the threat of sort of coming in here with perpetual check type stuff. So he probably has to come here, and you can check him and get queen for rook and bishop. Okay, so you're still losing, but you've got him tied up. You might be able to throw your queen side pawns at him, so it's sort of a little bit of a chance. So that probably would have been the best go, but in practice you protected your queen. All right, people, you could be William, white to play. What should William do here? Last chance to come up with something interesting. White to play, what should William do? No one's come up with a suggestion yet. He's gone queen b8 check. Evan's gone queen b8. Eliza, Governor, Callum, everyone's gone queen b8. Check. Daniel's gone queen b8. Thomas has gone queen c7. Bit different. What do you think, Ran? Any of them appeal? What about queen there? Queen c7. So now we have the evil threat of queen there, mate. And we're still on the queen. Rook takes queen check if we want. And it's pretty hard to find a defence. So like if he were to drop the rook back, we just take the queen, and then next move we've got queen there, mate, as well. So that would have been good. William jumped, however, and just grabbed the queen. Check. Grab the rook. So he's heaps of material up here. And it was all over, and William won in due course. So a very interesting game. William missed that bishop d8, winning the piece, so we were lucky there. But you had your chance. How did you feel you played?
Good at the start.
Yeah, you did pretty well over the opening. You had that really good A pawn. So I think you came very, very close to drawing or beating with William, which would have been a good result. So that was a good game. But again, a couple little tactics. Like maybe you switched your plan from attacking on the queen side. You played f4 and bishop g4 and just tried to do stuff on the king side. Might have been the wrong plan. So that would be the main thing that came out of it. But anyway, 2 interesting games. So thank you for coming along today, Haran, and showing us your games. I think we have one more lesson for the year next Thursday. I'm not sure I'm going to have anyone coming in with me, so I might be going to do something a little bit different, a sort of pre-Christmas break-up edition. So I look forward to seeing you all again next Thursday. and thank you for attending today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. So I'll catch you all next week. Good night.